Hey, good to see you again. Welcome to lesson 3 of Unit 7. In our last lesson, we spoke about the difference between showing, not telling. That's what our unit has been about. But you guys should have came up with a tell for your story that you're going to be creating and a show for the story that you're going to be creating. A tell version where you're just listing out exactly what you want for each element in your STORY, your story map, the setting, the talking characters, the oops, the attempts to resolves, and then the yes, the solution. Okay? You're doing that for both. That's what you should have completed in your last video. Today, we're just going to zoom in on the beginning. Who can remind us the beginning of our story map? Yeah, excellent. It's our introduction. So I'm going to just reread the introduction that we had for our story map, for the show. And your job today is going to, afterwards, create your introduction for your show, your personal show that you came up with, separate from this one. Give me a thumbs up to the screen if you're ready. Excellent job. So, as I reread, try to figure out exactly where the show and don't tell is. Story details. Snow blew across the yard with every gust of wind. Sparkling white snowflakes danced in the sky and twirled their way to cover the ground. Tiger and I were toasty and warm in the house, while my sister was sending beautiful music into the air as she played in the snow. Tiger purred loudly and rubbed his brown fur against my leg as my eyes followed my sister coming back inside. And let's pause right there. That's our introduction. Give me a thumbs up to the screen if you heard some elements of some show, not tell. Excellent. I'm going to read it one more time for those of us who didn't catch it, and try to pull out the elements that are show, not tell. The elements that are show, don't tell. Snow blew across the yard with every gust of wind. Sparkling white snowflakes danced in the sky and twirled their way to cover the ground. Tiger and I were toasty and warm in the house, while my sister was sending beautiful music into the air as she played in the snow. Tiger purred loudly and rubbed his brown fur against my leg as my eyes followed my sister coming back inside. So, that was the second time reading. I know a lot of you were able to pull out some good details, and if you weren't, rewind this video and try to pull out all of the pieces. I'm gonna list them now, but I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to pause the video and try to see if you can list them on your own. Excellent. Let's see if we got the same things on our list. So you should have mentioned the snow blowing across the yard with every gust of wind. You can see that. You can close your eyes and visualize that happening. You should have also pulled out the sparkling white snowflakes dancing in the sky and twirling on their way to cover the ground. I mean, how pictorial is that? How illustrated is that? I mean, there's so many words to describe how that looks, because it's so beautiful even without actually seeing it. Those are your examples of show and not tell. Let's keep going. Tiger and I were toasty and warm in the house. Ooh, I can imagine when winter is outside, ooh, two people inside, because, like, it's cold in the winter. So the fact that they're inside and they're toasty and warm, those are descriptive, very descriptive. In the house, while the sister was sending beautiful music into the air. What? While she played in the snow. There's so many elements that you can see. They're placing you in exactly what's happening. You are a part of what's happening. You're a fly on the wall of what is about to be explored. Last but not least, Tiger purred loudly and rubbed his brown fur against my leg as my eyes followed my sister coming back inside. Wasn't that beautiful? Yeah, I know. Your introduction is gonna be so much better. Okay? I know you can do it. Take your time. Remember, what's our first part of our introduction? Just a quick. Good, I see a lot of you just want to call it out. Yeah, the first part of our introduction is the catchy opening. Okay? So, two to three sentences describing the setting using our five senses. Okay? In your catchy opening, 2 to 3 sentences in the with the setting using your 5 sentences. Senses. Your senses are touch, taste, hear, smell, and see. Next, your second component of your introduction is 2 to 3 sentences describing the character's actions before the problem. 2 to 3 sentences describing the character's actions before the problem. So your job is to take what you created from your tell and bring it more to life with just your introduction. That's all you're doing. You're telling your show from the last lesson and bringing it way more to life as you start to create your own narrative. You're creating a story right now, guys. So make sure you're showing and not telling. Show, don't tell. This is not show and tell. Show, don't tell. Take your time. Have fun. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye, guys.